Hello, it's Lynn from Lynn's Corner, where you get your motivational and inspirational tea. I wanted to come on here today to do just a brief video about back to school, because in my area where I live, it's back to school. I know in many areas it's back to school. Some children went back to school earlier than now. Some are going back at the at the beginning of September. But I've done a video on this before last year, and I'm going to always mention this. And I just wanted to come on here and give a message to the parents. And that is to try to make sure that you are sending your child out to school, off to school in the mornings with a clear head and a clear mind and a clear heart. I know the mornings can be a hurried type of situation. It can be rushed. You can feel rushed. Children move slow. And so many times, not to be deliberately emotionally damaging your child, but many times some parents yell and fuss in the morning. They yell at their child in the morning. They yell at them on the way to school. They holler in the morning. They holler when they pick them up. They don't smile when they drop them off. They don't give them a hug. You don't give them a hug. These are all the things that these children need when they are getting ready to go off to school in the morning. They need to be assured that you love them. They need to be assured that you are there for them. They need to be assured that you want them to have a good day. And they need to be assured that should anything happen, they can count on you to be there for them. And so if you're yelling in the morning, if you're hollering, if your tone is off, you don't even have to be hollering, but if your tone is off, they internalize all of that. And they have to go into a whole nother world, which is school. They have to deal with teachers. They have to deal with other students. They have to deal with themselves in class. So when you send your children off to school, be kind, be gentle, be loving. If your child is still into hugs, give them a hug. If they're not, don't force it. Because I know how that is. Once they get to a certain age, it's kind of like, okay, Mom, that's enough. But be what you would want. Give what you would want to receive on your way to work. Do you want somebody yelling at you in the morning before you get ready to go to work? Do you want somebody's face all twisted up and turned up when you're getting ready to go to work in the morning? Do you want somebody barking orders at you in the morning? And do you want someone nagging you in the morning when you're getting ready to go to work? Is that what you want for yourself? Because children are no different than you. They are human beings, and they need to be treated as such. I personally feel like children need to be treated with more respect than they are in various situations. But be loving to those children in the morning. They need to be sent off at the beginning of their day with all the tools, the emotional tools that they can use to be successful in their day. If they coming into the school building with an empty cup, they don't have anything to pull from. Nothing to draw from, nothing to pull from. Teachers are having to pull from an empty vessel. Classmates, friends are trying to pull from an empty vessel. And just because your child is quiet and compliant doesn't mean your commands and your barks and your nagging and your yelling and your hollering and your rushing is not affecting them. It doesn't mean that. Just because they don't say anything to you doesn't mean that. And a lot of times these children talk to their teachers. I've said this before. I'm a teacher, and I've said before, children talk to me tell me a lot of stuff. I say, well, did you tell your mother? Did you tell your... No, I don't tell her. She's always mad. Or I get on her nerves. Right? So you want to make sure that you are the first line of defense when it comes to a safe space and a safe place. When they come home from school, they need to have a soft place to land. Something else I want to talk about is these grades and the grade situation. A lot of times, parents are yelling at children for getting poor grades. They're taking phones, TVs, video games, all that. When I was young, my parents saying, And a lot of times when parents they're doing this with children, that they are having a difficult time. They're having a very hard time. Many times children are doing the best that they can. Now, there are some students who are straight A students, and they're straight A, or they're honor roll students, A, B, and they're slacking off and getting D's and E's. And even in that situation, you need to figure out why. You don't need to just start going to attacking the child. But there are many children who are getting these D's and E's, and they really are having a hard time with the content. They really, really, really don't understand. And they're getting punished for the grades, but what's not happening is parents are not taking the time, not all, some, are not taking the time to find out, why is my child failing this class? And it might not be the teacher either, because that's usually another approach is, I'm going to blame the teacher, and I'm going to call up to the school and see what the teacher's problem is. My child is failing math. Try to develop a partnership with your children's teachers. Try to develop a partnership. That way, you will be able to figure out what is going on. You'll be able to figure out some options, strategies, things that you can do to be able to help your child if your child is failing. But catch it early. If you see a D, even if you see a C in the beginning of the school year, first quarter, jump on that. If you can afford a tutor, get a tutor. If you can afford one, very beneficial. So don't send your child out to school in the morning with a whole bunch of yelling, hollering, nasty tone, nasty facial expressions, barking orders at them, rushing them. Look at your routine. See how that's going. Look at your routine for the night, the evening before. See if there are any things that you can do in that routine to change things the night before to make things go smoothly the next day. Maybe you need to get them up earlier. Maybe clothes need to be out. Whatever needs to happen. But just try to make their mornings pleasant, because these schools are very, very different from when you were in school. Trust me. They're very different from when you were in school. A lot of what these students are having to deal with these days, you really didn't have to deal with. So just remember that. And be a listening ear to your child. They should feel like they can come talk to you. They should really feel like they can come talk to you. If they can't talk to you, who are they going to be talking to? If they're not talking to you, who do you think they're talking to? A lot of you all get into this, my child ain't going to have no boyfriend. Ain't no boyfriends till they 18, till they 16. I'm telling you right now, these children have boyfriends in school. And they're lying to their parents. Parents don't have a clue, because you know why? Parents aren't approachable. Conversations need to be had with these children. I'm telling you. And it's the quiet ones. It's the quiet ones that have the most going on up here. They have something to say, and they would like to talk to their parents, but oftentimes they can't. So those are just some tidbits I want to give you as a seasoned educator. This is year 32 for me being a teacher. And I'm a teacher who has very good relationships with my students' parents, very good relationships with my students. So I'm just not talking out of speculation. I'm talking from what I've witnessed for 32 years. Be kind to your children in the morning. Be kind to your children when you pick them up. You don't know what they've gone through during the course of the day. You don't know if they have a teacher that's nasty, a teacher that's harassing them. You don't know. Be kind to your child in general. Just be kind. Don't take your frustrations out on them. Don't take your bad marriage out on them. Don't take your relationship that you have, your romantic relationship, your partner. Don't take whatever's going on with them out on your child. They didn't deserve it, and they need you. If you're sending your child out to school and you're not homeschooling, your child needs you. But the homeschool ones need you too, but I'm telling you, what they deal with during the course of the day, your child needs your listening ear, your child needs your love, your child needs your affection, and more than anything, your child needs your acceptance. If you're expecting perfection from your child, that's not right. You're not perfect. We're not perfect. We're not perfect people. We're humans. So just, if you have been doing those things that I'm talking about, it's a brand new year. Total new year. You can start out fresh. If you find yourself slipping up, you can regroup, apologize to your child, be big enough to apologize to your child. Start over again. But don't forget the tips that I gave you. And if you go a few videos back from last summer, a few months, maybe about 7 or 8 months, I have some affirmations for children that they could say at night, for them to have a good rest and a good day the next day. So check those affirmations out, and happy first day of school to those who are starting tomorrow, and for those who have already started, have a wonderful school year, and see you soon.